Today, two top fitness models are here, Micah LaCerte and Jessie Pavelka, and they've got some great workout tips for you. 2 years ago, Micah was on top of his game, having scored a national magazine cover and a spot as a contestant on the reality TV show Manhunt, when a bad car accident took him out of action. He lost more than 30 pounds and began hanging out with the wrong kind of crowd, but his fitness goals helped him get his life back on track mentally and physically. Great to have you here today, Micah.
Hey, nice to meet you. Thank you.
You can see Micah on the cover of Men's Workout, and we've also got you here on the cover of Muscle and Body. So it's hard to believe, looking at you, that you were in a bad car accident 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was, like you had said, it was a point of, the top of my career, what I had done so far. And
you had been on the reality show and got the cover.
I had been on the reality show. It was kind of a domino effect that was going on in a positive way for me. Mm-hmm. And
when was it out? Was it here or at home? You're from Kansas City.
I live in Kansas City, yeah. So I'd flown out here and shot the show, and then I was actually in my car driving to the airport.
On the way to the airport?
On the way to the airport, this gentleman's ladder had fallen off his truck, long ways on the street. There's a truck in front of us on the right-hand side and behind us, and he had to swear out of the way to get out of the way of the ladder. We ended up having a 3-car collision and got major whiplash.
Or something, or?
No, this was in Kansas City.
Coming
to the airport to come out to Tampa. I was actually flying to. So.
So and how bad was it?
It was bad. I didn't break any bones, anything like that, but it really. I had gotten major whiplash to the point where I couldn't even tie my shoe for about 3 weeks. Chiropractic work for about 6 months, and more importantly, I couldn't work out. I wasn't keeping up with my, my eating habits. I started partying a lot, living that lifestyle.
By the way, you're what? You're 6'1"?
Yeah, 6'1", yeah.
And how much do you weigh?
About 190.
190.
Yeah.
So you lost about 30 pounds?
Yeah, I got down to about 160. I was pretty skinny, and I just, that just takes out a lot of you. I was a personal trainer as well as a fitness model, and that was my whole life, So to get that taken away from me just like that,
so you were out partying and
living the 2 a.m. lifestyle.
That gets you. I don't know.
Yeah, it catches up with you, and so it was tough. It was really tough mentally. I was kind of using that to kind of pillow, how I was feeling inside, so. And
then what happened was, I think you said that this cover, the Muscle and Body?
Yes, this came out January '07, me and Jennifer Nicole Lee, and we had actually shot that about 2 years prior, real close to before the accident had happened. And it came out of nowhere. And I made a choice at that point. I said, you know what, I am going to quit the lifestyle that I'm doing. I'm going to get back in the gym, and this is how I'm going to start up again.
Right, because as you said, you shot the cover a while ago. You didn't know what. You don't often know. You do those covers. You
never know. Yeah, I get calls from friends, and they're like, "Hey, you're on the cover." And
one day when you're 30 pounds lighter, then you go to the newsstand and see yourself.
Sure.
So that motivated you to get back into it.
It did. I made a choice with myself, and then I cut out all negativity in my life, including people, environments, places. I made the right choices to set my life up to where I am today. So. It's been great. It's been great. Cut it all off, no drinking, no anything. So.
Well, and one reason I want to cover that today is, I think a lot of people, some people turn to drugs, some people turn to alcohol or therapy for dealing with their problems. And I think it's a good point that workout, and exercise is a great way for, it might sound obvious, but for relieving stress and anxiety.
Huge.
I love going jogging, and every time I go jogging, I put my music on, and I feel like, everything melts away.
Absolutely. If you can just get in that mode and go for a run or go weights, you relieve all that stress, So it's the best thing out there, I think.
All right. Well, I see you've got the towel there. What are you going to do with the towel today?
We're going to do some low-budget training.
Low-budget training.
All you need is a towel.
Okay.
And a partner. I can show you some stuff to do. If you have a partner. If not, then I can show you some stuff you can just do at home or at your hotel if you're a traveling man or
anybody who's
got
a towel.
So if you have a towel, we can
train. Get home and grab a towel.
Yep. Got to be creative with things.
Okay.
So. All right.
Let's do it.
So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with a simple bicep curl.
Okay.
So you'll grip onto here. So this will work the bicep. We're going to do both arms. I'm going to hold resistance against it. So your partner is going to control, how much resistance is in there. Well.
We're having a power struggle here today.
So we'll do about 5 more reps.
I can't be upstaged on my own show, can I?
It's all about sweating, right? Getting a good workout.
Now, how's my form? Am I doing the right job?
You just want to make sure you're not using your shoulder and pulling your shoulder
so
forward.
am I kind of jerking it too much?
You're pretty much locked there.
Okay.
Just nice,
Don't
slow,
move the
controlled.
elbow?
Yep. Keep the elbow straight, and then make sure you're breathing. Good.
And what?
Good.
Breathe out
We'll
at the.
switch- we'll switch arms
breathe out
here.
on the way down.
Yeah.
Or the way. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Down.
I really
Breathe
feel
out.
like this is a
Good.
challenge.
All with the towel.
You want to arm wrestle right now? You can get a little aggression out. See, that's a good thing.
3 more.
Okay.
1. Good. 2. This will get you that blood flowing, the pump. So
Okay.
what we're going to do now, we'll do triceps. So
Triceps.
You'll do it, you're going to
Okay.
hold it this way.
Okay.
Yep.
Is this?
You can do double arm or single arm, either way.
Okay.
I'm going to be putting resistance down here. So you're here, right here.
Okay.
Grab this here. You're going to be pulling down on it now.
Pull down
Yep.
like this.
Yep. Keep your elbows locked though, just like you were here. You're going straight down, and I'm going to go up. Keep your
Okay,
arms to your side,
Arms to the side.
like you're doing a regular
Okay. Oh,
tricep
just like
pull down.
like this.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're going down. Good. And see, your partner can get the bicep curl in at the same time.
Ah. So you can.
You
get
see that?
2
So it's a double
exercises in
workout.
for-
Yeah. Good.
Am I giving you a good workout?
Yeah, you're giving me a good workout. 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Good.
Okay.
So ways you can do this on your own if you don't have a partner, just grab one arm,
One arm.
with here, the other one here,
Okay.
and you're just literally going to go up with your bicep while you're pulling down with your tricep.
Go up with the
Yep.
bicep.
So
while
you're
you're
pull
pulling.
up here, and then while you're using
okay.
resistance on this arm, and then go the other way around.
So
and then
just
go
like
down.
go
Yep.
back and forth like
Yep, exactly.
that. Okay. I'll struggle with myself instead.
So slow down just a bit.
Slow down.
Everything is slow and controlled. You know, you want to do high intensity workout one to the next. You know, we'll throw in a lot of aerobic exercise. Jesse will show a lot of that later, but
There's a tendency to want to rush through stuff.
yeah. You don't want to have that momentum. You want to just nice, slow, and controlled. Really focus on your movements and the pump.
Okay.
Whatever muscles you're using, really focus on that.
Am I doing it right?
Yep.
Okay.
Switch arms.
Switch arms.
Yep.
Okay. So I can just switch the towel
Yep.
here.
So your squeeze is here and then here. Good.
Okay.
You get that bicep and that tricep there.
Now, I'm assuming this is more for what, like toning or something. I mean, you're not going to.
Yeah, you're not going to put, but it'll keep you tight and fit. You know, not everybody's wanting to be a big bodybuilder or a fitness model or whatnot. You know, there's people that just want to stay fit and lean and just you know, in shape. And this is a good alternative for that.
Oh,
so we'll do a back exercise. So grab here,
Grab
those. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to put resistance. So you're literally just going to pull just like this.
Okay. So
Good. Pull against
with
me.
the lats,
Yep.
is that it?
Yep, your trapezius or
Trapezius,
trapezius
okay. So
up here
pulling
and
in
delt.
the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
And I don't know if I can. If they
Squeeze
can get that
as hard as
back
you
to
can,
the
yep.
camera some.
Good. And you can
Is that-
actually do it the other way too, where both your partners, you and I both get the workout. You know, I'm pulling and
Oh,
then
so
you're
you-
pulling.
okay.
Yeah.
Like a tug of war.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
So you
We're
can-
definitely getting
yeah.
into the whole aggression thing here.
Let it out on
Bring it
camera.
on.
I used to like you.
What does that tattoo say, by the way?
I forgot. Good.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is a rear delt.
Rear
We're
delt.
right here, and your hips are staying in place. Keep your arms as tight as you can. You're going to feel that movement in your rear delt here. So keep your arms straight, flex them as hard as you can, and you're just twisting like this and pull with but keep your hips straight. The only thing that's moving here is your upper body.
Okay.
And squeeze that way, and then squeeze that way. Yep.
Okay.
Good.
And we are back. Joining me now is personal trainer here in LA, Jessie Pavelka. Just moved here from Texas. Pleasure to have you here today, Jessie.
Good to be here.
So, well, obviously you're a big guy. You told me that you admit that you have kind of misused growth hormone a bit in your past.
Yes, yes.
But you say that you've kind of changed all that, or that there is a way to do natural bodybuilding, but yet you do think that there is a legitimate way to use growth hormone for certain people,
Correct.
let's say over 40, who... But so what was your experience with growth hormone? What happened?
You know,
and-
for people, you know, a lot of the 18-year-olds and up, I mean, they feel that if they're doing bodybuilding, they have to take the chemicals, you know, the testosterones and growth hormones to compete, and it's really screwing up these people's bodies.
Well, everybody wants to get big, you know, the guys, and
Right.
then the problem is when people take that stuff, then it kind of raises the bar and it forces everybody that,
Right.
you know, certainly at a competitive level, I mean, everybody tells me that if you want to really seriously compete, you have to take it because everybody else does.
Yes.
There's no way that naturally you can compete.
Right, and
So-
it's unhealthy, you know. It's just, the thing is if you're 40 and up, you need to look into it then. Any age before that, you're really just you're hurting your body. If you're 40 and you feel depressed, you feel weak, you feel tired all the time, you should go and get your levels tested with a doctor and have it controlled. You know.
Were you getting this from a doctor, or how did you get it?
No, it was all black market.
There's a way to
right,
get
right.
it. Okay.
I was young and I was just doing things the wrong way. So.
Did you have any side effects, or can you hurt yourself with it?
There are side effects. There is aggression, especially with testosterones and stuff like that. The growth hormone, high levels, you can really mess with your internal organs. Tumors grow faster when you're taking growth hormones.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, everything grows faster. Yeah.
So you got to really be careful.
But for people over 40, you say if you take it right, it can help restore some of what's...
Yeah, I mean, the growth hormone, your hair grows healthier, nails, skin, everything's better. But again, you have to do it in a controlled environment where a doctor's monitoring it and making sure everything's okay. It's when you go to the extreme, like a lot of the bodybuilders today, that it's going to really have bad side effects.
Sure. So what do you do now that you don't use the growth hormone?
I'm all natural now.
All natural.
Yeah.
By the way, you're how tall?
Roughly 5'11", 6 foot.
5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
About 215, 220.
215, 220. Yeah, you can tell you're a big guy. So, but you take supplements and...
I do. I take all stuff off the shelf. I take proteins, protein powders, creatine, all my branched chain aminos. All those are essential. You really need them, especially if you're in the fitness world or really focusing on your physique. A lot of people that are in the gym don't really take those supplements, and that's fine. They're healthy and happy. But for me, I really enjoy taking it and getting the benefits out of it all.
And you definitely notice a difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
okay. Well, you've got, what are you doing here for us? You got a workout for us
I'm
today?
kind of going to go with the same as Micah, low budget training.
Okay.
But I'm using the ThermaBand today. So
all right.
I'm going to show you some different exercises, deltoids. We can do chest. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. I'm going to show you deltoids mainly, though, today. What you'll want to do is just grab one of these bands.
Okay.
You'll start out, just kind of you'll put your foot on this right here.
All right. That part I think I've got. Yep.
Now, if you're doing a lateral raise, you're going to come out, slightly bend the elbow, and bring the arm up. This is working the medial deltoid.
Okay.
Can you feel it right there?
Yeah. And should I try to isolate it?
Yeah, you want to isolate.
And it just goes straight out to the side?
Correct. Another tip you can do is point your thumb down. That really locks in that medial deltoid.
So like pinky up kind of thing?
Correct.
Okay. And
Just
should
like
my arm be completely straight or bent?
Slightly bent.
Slightly bent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Now, if you just bend your elbow to 90 degrees now, let me show you something else. Come straight up. You're working the traps now.
Okay.
So just by doing that, you're working a different muscle. Still hitting the medial deltoid, but you're getting the trap involved now.
Okay.
Now, another thing you can do is do a front raise.
Front raise.
Come straight up. You're working the anterior deltoid now.
So just like this.
Correct. Just like that. Now, on these, I usually have my clients lock their arms out.
Lock, so completely straight and tight. And how high above do you go above?
Parallel, a little bit above parallel.
A little bit above.
Contraction.
Okay.
Right.
I can feel this. I better start doing the left side.
Yeah.
I'm going to have...
Another way you can do it just by twisting your wrist and come halfway across the body, you're really going to get that anterior deltoid involved. So now, come this way and halfway across the body.
So like this?
Right, let me get in front of you. So you're coming right here from the hip.
Okay.
And coming straight up right there. You can feel the difference almost.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it's all here in the front instead of... Okay.
Now to complete the deltoid exercise, what you'll do is step, now twist, let this kind of sit inside your foot. Now you're going to lean over just like this.
Okay.
And you're coming straight out. Now you're hitting the posterior deltoid, the rear deltoid.
Is that right?
Yeah. This is one of the weaker muscles in the body. You'll notice a lot of women have back problems because they're more top heavy. If they'd strengthen their rear deltoid, they probably would correct their posture and not have as many problems.
And how is my form? Am I bent over the right?
You want to come over a little bit more.
There you go. Okay. So is it like a flat back or?
Yeah, you don't. You want to bend the knees a little bit.
Bend the knees a little.
Right.
Okay.
Just like that. That's good.
In fact, why don't we have you demonstrate one of that same move just so people have it right? So
what you want to do is just come right here. Or you can even come from the other foot just to get it, take some of the slack out. But you're just coming straight out, just like that. Again, by turning your hand this way, you're going to hit a different part of the deltoid. So keep that in mind. Just by twisting the hands, you can get a different muscle. So that's the whole deltoid exercise. Now, if you want to go into something, Micah did the biceps. Now we can do more of a different bicep exercise. If you step on the front.
Okay. I got to step on the left front this time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Now you came straight up with a regular curl this way.
Okay.
Now if you do it, they call it supinated. You let this sit in the palm of your fingertips actually, and you're just coming straight up.
Is that right?
Right. This puts all the weight on the bicep, and you get a really good contraction, and it really works on the peak of the bicep.
Ready to fly off my foot.
We don't want to hit you in the face.
That'll wake me up.
Yeah.
So just like this?
We'll keep the elbow in.
Elbow in.
Right, and you're just letting it sit in the fingertips. So
Sit
right,
on the fingertips.
Right.
And is it
Just
straight
relax
out
the
or
wrist.
out or in?
Straight up.
So just
Just
like that.
Perfect.
Okay. And we're working
Bicep right
bicep.
now.
Okay.
Now again, by twisting the wrist this way and coming straight up, called a hammer curl, you're working the outside, the brachialis, which is another important part of the arm to make the guns look good.
Okay. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
To show.
There you go. There you go.
Actually, with his arms here, I think I'm going to keep covered. Okay.
There you go.
Is that good?
Yeah, and then you can go overhand, and you're working more the forearm.
Overhand.
Yeah. So it's again just by twisting the wrist, twisting the hands, you're hitting different
And you
muscles.
have. Let me see your forearms.
My forearms.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have them. See, I don't think I have much of a
You got
forearms.
them. They're there.
Okay.
So
You can tell when somebody's in good shape when they have like that bicep on the forearm.
Yeah.
You know, that's
like Popeye.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, now let's go into some other exercise that you can do. Chest, for
Okay.
instance. You'll bring this around just by using this band,
Okay.
and you just extend, just like that. Come back, get a good stretch and contraction. You can do unilateral, coming back with the right, up with the right, back with the left. You got to make sure it doesn't slip. Then up with the left. Another thing you can do is flies.
Do you actually do this yourself, by the way?
I stick to weights usually, but I like to dab into everything, keep things interesting. I have used these, yes, but at this point in my training, I'm not.
Okay. I'm going to try that first
Yeah,
one.
try it
I
out.
showed. Okay. So I'm going to get this right. So around the back like this.
Yep.
And then what was it?
Now come back just like a bench press.
Uh-huh.
You want to really focus on the stretch and contraction. So you're coming back, stretch,
Uh-huh.
and extend using the chest.
And
there you go.
is it flat on the way back, and then, or do you keep? How do you keep the hands?
Just like this.
The whole time.
If you rotate up, you're going to be working more the pectoralis minor, which is the upper part.
I can see what you mean about wanting to fly off the back.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have it low down on the back.
Down, low down in the back.
There you go.
All right. Okay. What was the other one you're going to show?
Flies, which
Flies,
was
okay.
here. I'm going to have you do those.
Okay.
I just did them. So you're going to work. You're going to come same area. Well, no, you're back where you were.
Oh, okay.
This is just like doing dumbbell flies. You're coming back with one,
Uh-huh.
or back with both even, and they'll come together. They'll come back with the left. This is unilateral. I like unilateral. I seem to get a better workout that way. There you go.
Is that good? And again, what plane? I mean, should I be straight out? Is that it?
Yeah. Slight bend in the elbows and just squeeze. There you
Okay.
go.
All right. And how many of these do you usually do?
Depending on the client. If someone that's been training for a while and we're using weights, we're going to keep the reps a little bit lower. For someone that hasn't trained, we're going to keep the reps higher. I usually stick around 10 to 15 reps. So,
All right.
and again, you can do back. Different things like he had you do, coming like this and just pulling straight back.
Just pull.
Now you can come down too, just like that.
With both or
Yeah,
one?
come down with both. There you go.
And
Just like that. That's rear delt and lats.
Okay. And I squeeze in the back?
Yep, just like that.
Okay.
Perfect. You feel that in the back?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And but I should think one in the very center was a trapezius, not the line. I mean, it's right in
Trapezius, and then you have your rhomboids,
Oh.
which is more the middle part
Okay.
of your back. And you can, again, go single, like this. If you have someone with you, and just pull and rotate this way. There you go.
like that.
Yep,
And do I move the hand like that?
yep. Just twist it, just like that. You're working more the lower lats that way.
Okay.
And
Starting to get into
just
this,
by
I can
taking
feel
the,
it.
yeah,
I
just
want to do this side
just
now.
by taking the slack out, you're going to get more resistance.
Okay.
So I can step back further and make it a lot harder on you.
I'll pull you back.
Yeah.
Of course, we could. Okay, in our last minute here, you got anything else you want to show us?
Really, I mean, with the band, there's a lot of different things you can do. I mean, squats, you can get into lower body. Step right here. Coming together, you can make it narrow or wide. Come down, keep the back straight, just like that.
And so, yeah, I'm curious to see when people bend, because I always bend when I do that.
Yeah.
But how do you keep the back straight when you go down?
You want to, actually, I tell my clients to stick your butt out, pretty much, and keep your
Is it
chest
like
up.
skiing or something? Is that what they say?
Right,
Like the
yeah, you
thing
just
of-
want to come down and come up.
Okay.
There That's another thing you can do for lower body.
Okay. We will be right back. And we are back with Jessie Pavelka and Micah LaCerte. We've got some more workout tips for you. Okay, so what have you guys got for me now?
Now we're bringing the jump rope.
Jump rope,
Yes.
all right.
We're going to do a type of interval training. A good way to exercise is actually doing a set of weights and then jumping into the jump rope and doing 100, 150 jumps, keeping your heart rate up. The key is to hit your target heart rate when you exercise, so you're burning fat, not muscle. So
Because they say jump roping is a great exercise.
Really good. Yes.
They say you burn more calories than jogging. I love to jog.
Right.
They say you burn more actually with jump roping.
Definitely. You incorporate more muscles too.
How often do you jump rope?
Actually, I do it 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
Yeah.
And
I
how long?
enjoy it.
How long are you doing?
I'll do 150 jumps between sets. I'll do an ab routine, jumps, and try to keep my heart rate up. Burn
Okay.
fat, keep muscle.
And you said that also helps raise the
Yeah, if you're doing interval training and you're fully exerting yourself for at least 30 seconds, your body's naturally releasing more growth hormones. So it's a good natural way to boost your own levels
without
going the illegal
black
route.
market.
Yeah, the black market. So,
Okay.
you know, you can do a set just like this. You'll do your jumps, 150, come down. You'll do your abs. I like to do leg raises, so I'll come down, come up, just like that. Get in about, my back's making some noise now. Get in about 20 to 25, come back
And
down.
how high do you raise your legs all the way up? Is that
Well, you want to bring your butt up off the ground, your glutes up off the ground, to get a good contraction in the lower abs. Usually what I'll do is I'll go back into the jumps, do 150, and come back down. Now, one of the things I like to do is when I'm coming up, I'll twist. Now you're getting the obliques involved. So you're coming up, the right obliques and lower abs. Then I'll come back up, do 150 jumps, and redo that.
Very good. So that really gets your heart rate
Right.
up and helps.
Exactly. So there's a lot of different things you can do. You don't even have to have the jump rope to keep your heart rate elevated. You can do vertical jumps, lunge jumps.
Vertical jumps?
Right. You'll start, say you're right here, coming down, come up, start again, come up. That's one way.
Okay.
Another thing you can do is lunge jumps. So you're coming here, come up, just like that, and then rotate feet. This is going to keep the heart rate elevated. As you can tell, I'm breathing pretty hard. It's not easy.
Well, we'll let you take a break here. Micah, what have you got for us?
I got some resistant bands he was using for a lot of the upper body movements. We got some bands here that's going to work your lower body. So I'll strap this on you and show you real quick. These are excellent. This is going to work a lot of your glutes, your hip flexors, your lower abdominals.
I feel like they're doing they do the blood pressure thing and they put the band on here. Never had it done on the legs before.
All right, so the band comes in the front and the back there. So put our legs together for me real quick. You can do tons of different exercises with this as well.
I'm not sure where we're going here. Am I under arrest or
It's
you pull the handcuffs? I'm worried.
It's where we end up, right?
Okay.
So we're going to get down in this position here.
Easy
and
for
I
you
want
to
you to
say.
go straight down, just like this, straight back.
So
This is going to work on your glutes there.
like this. Is this right?
Yeah.
Okay. And just was it up like that? Is that
Get down on one
put
knee,
you
and then the other one
knee
just
down.
goes straight up.
And
Yep.
the foot should be flat.
Yep.
Am I?
Let's
Is
go
that
kick
even
back.
remotely?
Yep.
Okay.
Straight up and back.
Am I very? This is
Yeah, there you go.
graceful move here. A model of
So
perfection.
the men and women, this really focuses on your glutes there. Another way to
So I should
alter this
Okay.
is to kick sideways. So kick sideways there.
like
You'll
that?
feel that pull in the glute too.
Okay.
Yep. Up and out.
And you really want to? Okay, almost like a side kick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. And
Any movement that you do, walking, running, whatnot, you can use these with. So you're burning more calories at a more efficient rate.
Okay, and you really want to focus.
That'll hit the
there.
glutes.
Okay.
So we'll stand up here.
Okay.
We're just going to have you do just a leg lift, a simple
leg
leg
lift?
lift just like that. That's going to pull on this front hip flexor there. So just do one leg at a time, like this. You can move it out.
Marching.
Yeah. You can move
So,
it this way.
this way.
It'll hit all the hip flexors. You can even do high knees in place.
Okay, I'm going to run away today. Thank you guys for being here. Micah
you so
LaCerte,
much.
Jessie Pavelka. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. Okay, I'm going to run off. Am I doing this right?